and they're off. Not a great start for Gold Spy, and also a little slow to go. On the inside, Gallant Lion. On the outside was Stage Show. Quite keen against the inside is Dancing in Paris, who has pulled his way into the lead. Dancing in Paris now moves on by a length and a half to Moorcar, who races in second. Dumfries is keen in third. Stage Show, on that one's outside, will now try and claim third place. In fifth on the inside is Gallant Lion, followed next in the field by Gozo, and the back marker is Gold Spy as they head now towards the dogleg turn, 2/3 the way down the back straight. The leader is Dancing in Paris, but he's still intent to over-race. On his outside is Moorcar racing in second. Stage Show is 3 deep in third. Pushing up towards the inside, Gallant Lion racing alongside Dumfries. And still at the back of the field are Gozo and Gold Spy as they go now into that far turn. Haven't got a great gallop in the early stages here. Many of these have pulled quite hard early, and Dancing in Paris still has the lead. It's Dancing in Paris into the turn with a lead of a length and a half over Moorcar, who is in second. Then Gallant Lion on the inside. Out wide is Stage Show. A break of just over a length back to Dumfries in fifth position. 2 lengths away Gold Spy, and the back marker is Gozo. They're making the turn in, 3 furlongs to race, and Dancing in Paris still has the lead in the hands of Dougie Costello to Moorcar and Pat Dobbs in second. On the inside, Gallant Lion covered up. Towards the outside is Stage Show. They're then being followed by Dumfries, and with 2.5 furlongs to race, Gold Spy is ridden last but one, and Gozo is still the back marker. On now towards the final quarter of a mile, and Dancing in Paris still has the lead, but there's a host of pursuers are now about to make their move. It's Stage Show in second. Gallant Lion screams for racing room and now has a seam towards the outside. Dumfries trying to pick up Gold Spy, then Gozo inside the final furlong. Gallant Lion takes the lead, and William Buick and Gallant Lion now putting distance between them and their toiling rivals. Here is the hat trick for Gallant Lion. Dancing in Paris in second and Stage Show in third.
Champion jockey Will Buick joins us on Racing TV. Will, worrying moment for any supporters of Gallant Lion for a minute or two in the home straight, because couldn't get the run, but once he did, what did you make of that finishing effort?
Yeah, it was just about getting the split and waiting for it to come, and you know it did, and it came in good time, and you know he's a horse who's in the past has finished his races strongly, so he did that same today.
He looks like, I mean, you obviously have a better idea, but watching him race, he looks like the type of horse that when he wins, although the handicapper might put him up 4, 5, 6, 7 pounds like he did last time out, probably don't really know what's completely at the bottom.
Yeah, well, he's obviously up in grade and up in the handicap now, so he's coped with that okay. But look, it's obviously the ground's turned, you know, good to soft now, so he handled it well. So yeah, he was very straightforward today.
Interesting spell coming up for you over the next week or so. Hope you don't mind me throwing some questions about Desert Crown first of all. Now you've sat and written him work, is that right?
Yeah, I wrote him in a piece of work on the Rand Gallop on the Lime Kilns on Sunday, and yeah, it's great to get on him, and he felt very good. So obviously he's a very nice ride to pick up, and looking forward to it.
When you say he felt very good, what sort of impression does it give you? I mean, looking through his races, obviously you know as well as anybody, he looks a kind traveller.
Yeah, exactly that. He's very smooth and travels very well, and you know he finishes work like you'd expect he would. So you know everyone seemed very happy with him.
King George looks an absolute belter. Obviously you won it yourself. What are your thoughts on the quality? I mean, are you even thinking yet about tactics and how it's all going to unfold?
Yeah, I think you wait until the final field's out and the draws come out, and then you sort of try and look at the pace angle of the race as well. But it's a great race, you know, isn't it? It's fantastic, and it's great that you know you have the Derby winner, Epsom and Irish Derby winner, and the runner-up. So you know it's fillies, colts, 3-year-olds. He's got everything.
Just to ask you, as someone who could give us a bit of advice, if there were, say, 12 runners, 13 runners in the race, how important does the draw become at Ascot?
Well, it is important because it just makes can make everything a little bit easier. You know, if you're sort of drawn,
or messy, I suppose.
If you're drawn near the inside, you can kind of just land in your posse and stay there. If you're drawn a bit wider, you have decisions to make. So, but Ascot usually is a very fair track. You have a long run down to the first turn into Swinley Bottom, so I don't think there'll be too many worries about that.
You know how we in the media, racing fans in general, are talking about hyping the race up, and in fairness, it deserved the hype because it's all there. Are you nice and chilled about it, or do you, with your, I don't know, family, friends, sit and thought, oh, this King George is a belter? Yeah,
no, for sure. You know, we love racing. You know, I love to see races like this. It's what it's all about. It's a real championship race. It's what the King George deserves, and you know, it's going to be hugely exciting. You know, it's looking like it could be the race of the season. Who
would be the one horse you think might be the one to beat, or?
There's not one horse. I think you can make a case for at least 5 or 6. You know, so. I think the margins will be small on the day, and obviously the 3-year-olds getting the weight that they do get is an advantage, being the calibre of horses that they are. So it's going to be very, very exciting.
Last thing, obviously, Goodwood after the King George at Ascot on the weekend. Modern Games in the Sussex Stakes. What about the chances of him taking on, obviously, Paddington, Inspiral, etc.?
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him back. You know, he had a pretty busy spring, so he's had a little break now, and he ran so well in the Sussex last year behind Baid. So, you know, he's never run a bad race. He's a real superstar. Obviously, he has to give way to Paddington, which is never an easy thing, but he always turns up. Let's hope it's his turn.
Well, as always, appreciate the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.